Hi, everybody. I wanted to explain the assignment that you've had now for a few days. I've heard from enough of you to um, warrant me giving you some instruction on how to complete this assignment. I know this is the first major assignment I've given to you that requires you to um, use some of the concepts and the skills we've talked about since school started. So let me go through this with you. And once I think you hear this explanation, those of you who have struggled with this may find it a bit easier. Now, we have started a unit called The Promise of the Emancipation Proclamation, the foundation of our civil rights movement. You know that the way we're handling our study of American history is that we focus in on events that are happening in your lifetime, 2020. Then we go back in time to pick out some historical benchmarks to illustrate how we got to this point today. So instead of starting back around 1900 and moving forward, we actually start at 2020 and move backwards. Helps explain it to you. Hopefully gives it some relevance to current day. Now, going back to the first couple of weeks of our history class, I defined history for you. And history was a series of short stories woven together. And when you weave those short stories together, it provides you insight into a period of history, a period of activity within either our country or the world. Now, the stories are conveyed through the use of historical evidence. Historical evidence can be videos, pictures, interviews, conversations. They can be artifacts, documents, speeches, anything that gives you an insight into a period of time. That's historical evidence. So you take the historical evidence, which gives you the basis of the story, you weave those short stories together, and it tells you about a period of time. Okay? And then you communicate that. Communicate the story that the evidence provides you. So what I'm asking you to do, and this is where you have to listen carefully, I've given you historical evidence. I've given you videos. I've given you quotes from James Baldwin. I've highlighted We the People and equal justice under law. We've had some class discussion. We've had some videos that contain some graphics, some photographs, some voiceover. That's all historical evidence. So what I'm asking you to do is take a look at the historical evidence I provided to you through the class presentation. And you take that evidence and you use it the way you want to use it. You analyze it, you interpret it, but you use that evidence like an investigator, like a detective, to piece together a story of time that is the foundation of our civil rights movement. So if you start with 2020 and see if there's any evidence that reflects what's happening now, then go back in time and use the evidence that I've provided to you to create a story. Now, it's your story, but you're using the evidence I've provided to you. You're writing the chapter in the book. You're conveying your understanding of all the research and all the synthesis and weaving together of this information. Now, you can do this in narrative form. You can write it out. But what I've asked you to do is, in order to organize it, create 5 questions. The 5 questions will be answered by the information you provided. So my recommendation, as I said in the assignment, is to analyze all the evidence, create a story based upon what you see. You've got to be creative here. You've got to think this thing through. And then create 5 questions that highlight the information you provided. Okay, that organizes the information for you. So you're responsible for looking at what we've done in class and what's in the class presentation. All the information is contained there. Look at the class organizer information that you've been provided. There are questions and focusing questions. And you put together your answer. Okay? Now, listen, there's no right or wrong story. There's no, this is long enough, this is short enough. There's no black and white here. Be creative. Let yourself just think outside the box. Look at the videos. What did you get out of the videos? What did you get? What's your interpretation of what's being said? And you put together the story that the evidence provides. Okay? Remember, if your position is that the world is flat, I'm more concerned about how you present that case, the evidence that makes that seem real. It's not whether you're right or wrong, it's how you take the steps to pull it together and then communicate it. Okay? But this does require you to go through the assignment carefully, listen closely to the class presentation. Everything you need is contained in both the class presentation and what will guide you through it is the class organizer. Hopefully that helps. If it does not, let me know. Be happy to guide you through this. Okay? You'll do fine. Just have faith in yourself. Have confidence that you can analyze and think and then create. And we'll give it a try. If it's not the way you want it the first time, we'll give it a try a second time. That's why it's called school. We try new things and we build upon what we do from day to day. Okay? Let me know if you need any more help on this. Be happy to help you out. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.